Okay, so here, it's me, your favorite Khan Academy teacher, Isaac, and we are going to be making one of the most requested videos on this channel: how to hack into the school's firewall, specifically LanSchool. So we're here in paint.net just to give you a little visualization. And here's what we're gonna do. So first we need to get the target, right? What we need to do. Second, we're going to need to know, like, who are we gonna need? What people are we going to need? Um, and third, we are going to kind of just really figure out everything, go through the whole game plan step via step. Alright? So, with that out of the way, let's get started. So, first is what's the goal, right? What's the goal? What's our accomplishment? So here we got the evil school, right? So the school wants us to learn, and that's yucky. Yuck. That's bad. So let's give them some evil eyebrows. Give them 2 eyes. They look bored because school's boring. They're like, "Urgh!" And let's make them strong because they have control over what we do. Urgh. Yeah. Yeah, just like that. So this is the school, right? They, not only, one, are hiding government secrets. Yeah, this is a government secret, trust me. And two, they are preventing us from using our Chromebooks. Yeah, that's a Chromebook. To look up things that aren't learning. Gub fan art is one of them. That's really all you need to know. That's just really all you need to know. So not only are they hiding government secrets, but they're preventing us from looking gubs up on our computer, which is what we want to do. Okay, so next we are going to figure out who we need, So we are going to need 5 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So, first 2 people, right? One needs to have a PhD in electrical engineering. In electrical engineering. The second person here is going to the second person here is going to need to own a lot of climbing gear. So maybe their mother or father is maybe a woodcutter. Who knows? Maybe to climb up wood. Maybe they're an electrician. Who knows? And they are going to need a Chromebook. Gonna need a Chromebook, right? And on this Chromebook, they are going to actually need Google Docs open. So let's just get the Google Docs icon. And they're going to need to have it shared with someone. We'll go over that later. So this guy with electrical engineering is also going to need to have blueprints of the school's electrical grid and wire cutters. That's simple. Nice. So yeah, this is basically the 2 most important people. Then you are going to need a third person. They are also going to need to own a Chromebook. They are going to need to be in school. And yeah, so this person is going to need Chromebook. Look, they're going to need a Chromebook. They are going to need a Google Slides, right? Google Docs. And it is going to need to be shared with this person. If we go over here real quick, go to here, boom, boom, and we're just gonna give this a title. How to hack the school firewall. Okay, so that will be that. And this person is also going to need a computer, and they are going to need to be connected. I'll talk about that a bit later. Another person is going to, why do I keep doing that? Is going to need to they are going to need to be brave. Now you may think, oh yeah, I'm brave or whatever, but it's gonna take a little bit of work, you know. So it's gonna take a little bit of work. This is optional. Uh, Optional. But having a Chromebook does help. And if you can, get a Chromebook with an issue. Get a Chromebook with an issue. So I'll talk about this later. But maybe say like 4 keys aren't on. Okay, this will be very helpful. So there, we got 4 keys missing. This is of course optional, very optional. This person does not need it. So we'll just go ahead and do that down. Does not need. So remember, if you're liking this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Yeah. So okay, so there we go. We got this. And then this last person. This last person is going to need to be able to be in the, they're going to need a Chromebook. So they are going to need to have they are going to need to have a base. Okay, editor Isaac here. It didn't record my voice, so we're just gonna have to do a little bit of a voiceover. Let's go. So this person is going to need a basic, just basically a basic understanding, of how LanSchool works. So they're going to need to know the kind of like the refresh rates, just kind of have a basic idea on everything. So yeah, just a basic idea on how LanSchool works. This person is kind of going to be the base of the operation, and they are the person whose Chromebook is going to be freed from LanSchool. So yes, they are going to need a Chromebook, and they are the person whose Chromebook is going to be freed of LanSchool. So that will be very helpful. Since there are 5 people in this operation, if you do want to have 5 free Chromebooks, 5 Chromebooks that are free from LanSchool, you're going to have to do this process 5 times. So here's the Chromebook. It's free from LanSchool, and we are going to need to do this 5 times, like I said. But this one is the main Chromebook. So basically, they are going to have a basic knowledge and operation of how it works, and that's really all you need from it. So you'll see here, I'm kind of demonstrating that all 5 people need this, and so if you just pass your Chromebook around, the issue board could be the issued key Chromebook could be someone else's, and you're just going to need to pass your your Chromebooks around so that this person number 5 can do it to everyone's Chromebook. And yeah, this is going to be our new one here. So if we go ahead, we're going to create a new canvas, a new scene. So yeah, this is basically it. We are going to need this is step 3. So we're going to teach you everything, how we're going to do things, and so on. So if we are looking here, this is going to be the scene where person 1 and 2 come into play. That's all. Just person 1 and 2 for right now. We'll create a new one, a new scene when the rest of the people need to come in. So yeah, we're just gonna draw out the 2 people here. Person 1 and 2. So yeah, they are going to have a blueprint of the school's electrical grid and wire cutters. Person number 1, with their combined knowledge with the PhD in electrical engineering and the school's electrical grid blueprint, it's going to be quite easy for them to figure out where the school's power line is. So here's the school. Nothing much. Just give it a little flag that says learning on it. Yuck. Um, and yeah, so here's a little demonstration. It is going to need power somehow to get power to the school. So if we draw a little electrical grid coming up, those are power lines. So its electrical grid will run under the ground and it will be connected to the school via the top. So these are the little underground ones and these are connected to the top. Kind of just to give it 2 ways of power. And if one fails, the other one will fail. So we're kind of going to be using that. And it will branch off, of course, because the one power company isn't just going to be supplying power to just the school. So it will come to a capacitor station, where the big power company, we're just going to represent that with a P here. We draw a little P. So this is the power company, right? Doesn't seem like much, but that's just because I'm shrinking it. It's going to send power to that little radiation station, and it will get all that power, kind of juice it up, and then send it through this line to the school, and then of course other places. Um, yeah, so we are going to need, well, actually, person number 1 is going to need to find something known as the golden pole. Here, let's write that in all caps. The golden pole, just like that. So, um, what the golden pole is. Person number 1 is going to need to identify the power state, the power kind of like rod, the power. Yes, this that is the farthest from the school. However, it needs to be so that it is not, I repeat, it is not going to other places. So it needs to be the farthest from the school, but the one that makes sure that the power, when it's cut off, does not cut off the power from anywhere else. That is the golden pole. So it's the farthest away, so it doesn't bring suspicion and the school can't see you, but it also doesn't bring power to anyone else, so the school thinks it's a school-wide failure instead of a power failure from the power company, which is what we don't want, because then that'll gain suspicion and then they'll probably change it. Um, so now that your person number 1, has identified the golden pole, you are going to want, we'll say it's this one. We'll say the golden pole is this one. We're going to want to go to it because it's not supplying power to anywhere else, yet it's the farthest away from the school, as you can see. So person number 2 is going to own climbing gear, right? So if they have the climbing gear, they're going to transfer it to person number 1, and person number 1 is going to give person number 2 the blueprint. And of course, person number 2 has the Chromebook that's connected. So if we create a new scene here, that will leave us with person number 1 with just the climbing gear and the cutters, and person number 2 with the electrical blueprint, and the Chromebook that is connected to person number 2. So this is our new scene. It's just gonna kind of let us zoom in on what we're gonna call the golden pole, right? We'll give it its power transmitters right here, and once we have those power transmitters, we're gonna see it going to the school with 2 wires, and we're going to see it go into the power station with 2 wires, and it's just gonna give off an electrical current. Nothing to worry about. I mean, it's only lethal if you stay in there for like 5 or 6 hours, so we should be fine. It's kind of just a close up. So this is person number 1, and as you can remember, person number 2 has given them their climbing gear. So they have the knowledge of a PhD in electrical engineering. They're going to start climbing up the tower, and they also have the wire cutters, right? So we'll just erase him here and pretend he's gotten up to the top of the tower. And you're like, oh, well, how will you stay up there? There are actually ladders up there if people need to perform maintenance. So person number 1 is going to hold on to those ladders and toss the climbing gear down. So he is left here with the climbing gear and the cutters. Um, so the climbing gear and the cutters, what he's going to do is he's going to throw the climbing gear down to person number 1. Now, or person number 2. Sorry, person number 1 is going to throw climbing gear down to person number 2 while he's holding on, she is holding onto the ladders, holding onto the ladders to make sure that he stays safe. Now, remember, person number 2 has a Chromebook that is connected. So, have a Chromebook that's connected, and now he has the climbing gear and he has the blueprint. So, he is going to go up there, kind of climb up there, and once he's climbed up there, um, that will leave everyone with everything they need to be up here. So now his grasp might be getting shaky. Person number 1's grasp might be getting shaky on the ladders. So you're going to connect the the climbing gear up to those 2 people to make sure that they're hooked on. So now we have person number 1 who has the cutting gear and the climbing gear and the cutting things, and person number 2 who has the blueprint and the Chromebook. This is what we're going to need. So now we're going to go into a new classroom setting, right? This will be the classroom, and it needs to be a wide open classroom. Say something like stage tech, or band, or really like anything, like maybe even any class if they have the garage door open. It just needs to be an open class so the teacher can be roaming, and attention, or too much attention rather, will not be drawn to the last 3 people doing this operation. So here they are. We're gonna have these 3 seats representing people, person 3, 4, and 5. So 3, 4, and 5. These people are all going to be key parts in the plan. Person number 3 is in school, and they have the Chromebook that has Google Docs connected to the other person, that is now on top of the golden pole. So we'll have them here, and he will be person number 3. We'll have this person here, who is going to be person number 5. They need to be close together so they can communicate. And now, let's say that the LanSchool is up on the projector. If it isn't, you can just have somebody go over to the teacher's computer, when they are off doing something else, or when person number 4 is causing the distraction, which we will go over momentarily. So, person number 4, right here, right? They're just chilling right here. They have, let's say they have the Chromebook with issue. Again, this is optional, but let's just say for the purposes of this one that he has it. He has his Chromebook, it's missing a key or 2, and he's going to say, hey, I need some help. Teacher? The teacher's going to come over and say, oh, what's wrong? And so he is going to say, hey, my computer's broken, my Chromebook's broken, a few keys are ripped off of it. Can I go and kind of go somewhere else, kind of get the thing going? And the teacher is going to say yes, of course. And so he is going to go over there. He needs to try and drag the teacher with him. Say, yeah, here's the problem, yada yada yada. Sometimes it won't start. These keys are picked off. And so they need to bring the teacher over with them. Kind of lure them away from person number 3 and person number 5. So now person number 3, 4, and 5 are in the picture. So person number 4 has just gotten out of the picture. So here is person number 5. I'm drawing on person number 3, of course, but let's just pretend he's 5. I'll notice it later. So they are going to need to have the help screen of LanSchool open. They're going to need to have the help screen of LanSchool open, which will prevent LanSchool from overriding on their computer. So this person, again, has to have a basic understanding of how LanSchool works, which is why they know to do all of this. So they are going to need to know the refresh rates of LanSchool. So they need to look up there at the projector or go to a different computer if they don't have it up there. And now person number 3, which I'm drawing on person number 5. See, I realize it here. That's 5. That's 3. Person number 5 is going to have the refresh thing open, and person number 3 needs to have the Chromebook that is connected to the person on the wire cutter. And so this guy is going to need to say, okay, the refresh rate is going in 3, 2, 1, and then he's going to tell person number 3 to say, hey, let's tell the person to cut the wire. So he's going to type it in Google Docs, and the person's going to get it, and then tell it to the person with the wire cutter on top, and they are going to say, cut the wire. So if they do it correctly, they cut the wire, snip number 1, snip number 2, in the refresh rate, that power is going to go down, right? Power's going to go down, everybody's going to be freaking out, and let's just draw a new scene here. New scene, okay, and now we're going to draw a new scene. So this person, so split in half, this is the school, right? Nope, never mind, this is the school. And it is going to be pitch black. They're not getting power. Everyone's freaking out. It's worried. It has its evil eyebrows, but it's like, oh no. So, it's kind of freaking out. It's kind of sweating, and it's gonna be pitch black. So it's gonna be pitch black. There's a little door into the school. Um, he's gonna be angry. Like, who knows what's gonna happen? So we go to the door inside of the school, and we see our principal, Miss Robinson. Right? She needs to take action immediately. Right? Here's Miss Robinson. We'll draw her feet, her torso, arms, and head. She is going to say, "Oh my gosh, I need to take action. Let's turn on the school's backup generator." Right? Here's the button, and boop, she presses it. Now, this is going to reset LanSchool, and this is huge. Now that LanSchool is resetted, because the Chromebooks are battery operated, it's not going to shut down the Chromebooks. So you need to spam escape on your help window. Person number 5 is going to need to spam escape on their help window to get them out of the help window when LanSchool boots back up. So now, LanSchool is booted back up, and you have successfully abused the refresh ratio. The refresh rate. So in those 8 seconds, you have just successfully projected your computer with the help screen on it, with whatever you're doing in the background. Hopefully it was good. It should have been good. Onto the background, and now your teacher is gonna look up there and say, "Oh, okay, yep, he's just doing whatever he's doing with the help screen up. He must need something, right?" And your Chromebook is going to be freed of LanSchool because you were out of everything when LanSchool reset. This is huge. You now not only have drawn away all suspicion because you have something on your computer in LanSchool, but your computer is successfully freed of LanSchool and the plugin is gone. This is huge, absolutely huge. So now, let's go over everything, right? You have the school. The power is back on. It is like, oh wow, that was weird, right? It may have been something like a power energy like mistake, something, who knows. It's going to be confused. It doesn't know what's going on because you snipped the golden pole and nothing else was affected by it. So now everybody's going to be freaking out like what was going on, but you guys are there. All 5 of you are there with zero suspicion because they're just going to think it's a school energy problem. Nobody thinks it's you, so you have 5 people completely unscathed. Maybe one of them has a fixed Chromebook, who knows? And one person number 5, will have a Chromebook successfully freed of LanSchool. That is how you hack the school firewall. But you may be thinking, oh, yeah, it's one computer, but there's 5 people. So just transfer this over times 5, and you have successfully hacked the firewall, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, for all 5 people. Thank you for watching, and this has been Isaac, your favorite Khan Academy teacher, signing off for now. That was how to hack the school firewall.